Have you ever watched someone weld and thought, that looks easy? Well, I want to do more hands-on projects, and what is a cooler and manlier way than melting some metal together? So I got this $130 VEVOR MIG welder, and in this video I will be learning how to weld after watching a few YouTube videos. How hard could it be? Before we get started, let's open this up and see what actually comes in the box and if we need any extra stuff to get started. All right, looks like we have the gun itself. We have a couple of nozzles, some clamps, a little tool, and of course the manual. So let's see what's inside here. Circuit diagram, that's pretty cool. Some general info on it. Main parameters, all the stuff that's included in the box. Few illustrations, operation, how to install the welding wire, how to assemble the welding gun. Very useful stuff. We got a little welding shield. I will not be using this. Some hose. We got the negative clamp. We got a little wire brush and a hammer. That will come in useful. Here we have the welding flux wire. So this is 0.08 millimeters. And finally, the welder itself. Wow, it is tiny. I thought it was going to be much bigger. Look at that. You can carry this in one hand. So we have the gas nozzle here, on, off, grounding bolt right here, all the controls on the front here. We also have this door on the side, so if you open this up, that's where we're going to be putting in the welding wire. Time to figure out how the welding wire spool gets installed. I have no experience, obviously. Let's take that, whoops, off. Well, the thing that said not to do in the manual happened, of course. Gonna cut off the end to make it easier to feed the wire in. That makes more sense. There's not really instructions in the manual other than feed the wire in, so I have no idea. I assume it's supposed to come out of the front. There it is. Let's assume that's right. I think it's gonna be all right for now. We'll see if that doesn't work, then we'll redo it. So here's the welding gun, and here are all of the connections. That looks like it goes over there. This must go here where the wire's coming out. Clicks in. The little power connector. And this, I guess, goes the negative or the positive. All right, right there it says it has to go into the positive socket on the front end. So let's do that. And now we can plug in the negative clamp. Okay, well, I don't think this is needed since I'm not using gas, but might as well plug it in. Now I'm just gonna remove this gas nozzle part and the tip, turn the machine on. So I'm just gonna stretch out the wire completely so it's much easier for it to go through. Then I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds until it starts going. Eventually it should just come out. Oh, there it is. All right, now we can put all the gubbins back on, and then the gas shield there. And I think we're ready to give this a try. Of course, to be safe, we have to use a welding mask, but this one seems a little bit flimsy and kind of hard to use. You have to hold it and stuff. So I'm not gonna be using it. I got this $30 one on Amazon. I'll have links for everything obviously in the description if you'd like to get the same stuff. And this one should be a little bit better. At the very least, it doesn't need to be held. There it is. All right, so I figured out how this welding mask works. It's pretty simple. It's basically automatic and the battery is already pre-installed. There's also a solar panel in there. I have my welding gloves and I'm ready to give this a try. My first ever welding, well, anything. So I'm gonna try it on this scrap piece of exhaust that I have from a previous project, and we're gonna give it a go. I have my negative clamp on the piece of metal, gloves on, mask on. All right, let's give it a go. Let's try it. All right, clearly that's not hot enough. We're gonna give it a bit more oomph. Well, I mean, I welded something. It's not good, but it's welded. All right, let me practice a bit more. This mask is really good though. Gotta get comfortable here. Okay. Well, that looks a little bit better. I thought there was supposed to be some slag, but I don't see any slag. What do you guys think? I mean, it's a weld. Is it good? No, it doesn't look very good. This is also stainless steel, so it's very difficult to weld from what I understand, but I don't know. Let's try it. This is fun though. All right, so I got this random bolt. Let's see if I can weld it all around and have it stick. Well, that's not really working. I mean, technically that looks attached, but man, does it look terrible as well. That's so messy. I'm not sure if it's because of the stainless steel or why it splatters so much. Let's see if I can break it off. It did bond to metal right here because I ripped through the metal rather than the weld. So all of this was crap. But this side, not too bad. Actually welded it together. And it's starting to look a little bit better, so I'm learning that you have to go back and forth and kind of build up the metal pool or whatever you call it. Well, that's going to be the last one for today. So this is what I'm able to do after, I don't know, 15 minutes of practicing. All right, it's the next day and I'm learning that I have set this up incorrectly. What we actually want to do is to have this ground clamp to be the positive. So the positive goes on the metal like this, and then the negative is actually connected to the welding gun. Now, obviously you can weld this way, but the other way around is supposed to be better for non-gas MIG welding. As you can see, that's the negative. That's what I had on my ground clamp. I also elevated this paver so I can work a little bit more comfortable. See if that helps as well. I got this plate of metal and I ground off the paint. Same thing right here. And I'm gonna just try to do this. See if I can attach these two pieces. Here's my ground clip, which is now the positive. So it's gonna go right there. And I'm doing this outside because I don't have really good ventilation in the garage on my workbench. So I'm gonna do it right here. Now I've also learned that I wanna keep the gun basically at like 45 angle to the corner here, and then push it up and down slowly, and then pull the gun away from me instead of pushing it. So we're gonna try that. Well, honestly, that already looks better. We have a lot less of those big boogers coming off, so that's progress. So like this, and then go like that. That's what I'm gonna try to do now. Let's clean that up and see. I got a bigger brush. That little one doesn't do anything. Let's keep going and see if we can improve that. Gonna give it a little bit more voltage and a little bit more amperage. See if that's gonna make a difference. And then try to slide my hand like that at 45 degrees. It's kind of hard to do actually. Okay, I'm getting weird stuff where it like goes off. Not sure why. Maybe it's burning too hot. I'm gonna lower it back down. Try again. Yeah, this feels better. Okay, let's check that out. Honestly speaking, that last part is not that bad. And this is definitely attached. I'm gonna do the back side and see how that looks. So the biggest lesson I'm learning here is that switching your ground clamp to actually be the positive makes the biggest difference. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not consistent, but it's definitely gonna hold these two pieces of metal together, I'll tell you that much. All right, so let's see where we started from. So basically did a couple of these passes right here, just awful. Then I did a couple of passes right there. I think this might have been the best one I did yesterday. So let's take a look at what I did today. All right, so I started with that. Obviously there's some issues there. Got a little bit better here as we're going down. And I think these are not bad. I don't think there's enough material from what I understand, but it's not awful. It's definitely holding the metal together. And then I switched to this side. I tried adding a bit more material to see if that's gonna make for a better weld. And as you can see on this left side, we didn't start off very well. Got a little bit better still towards the middle. And I think this weld right here is actually not that bad. I think there might be a little bit of inconsistency and maybe too much metal in some parts. But overall, I think it's definitely gonna hold, and it's gonna make a very strong weld right here. I believe it penetrated the top and the bottom plate. This last pass I'm actually pretty proud of. And it's definitely not going anywhere. So I ended up being right about the middle here where it says 0 for voltage, and for amperage was right in the middle as well. So about like 85 or so amps. So that was one thing that I adjusted that made a difference. And then of course the biggest difference is how I held the welding gun, and of course switching where the negative goes. So the negative goes on the welding gun and then the positive goes on the ground clamp. So is welding easy? No, definitely not, especially if you want your welds to look decent, but I had a blast learning and burning some metal. Harder than it looks, like most things in life, but not impossible. If you've been welding for a while, I'm sure you have been shaking your head throughout this whole video, so roast my welds and leave some tips down below in the comments so we can all improve. I also must say that this inexpensive MIG welder from VEVOR is pretty good. With absolutely no experience, I was able at minimum to attach 2 pieces of metal together, and with a few more days of practice, I'm confident it wouldn't look terrible. Now I can plan for some more fun welding projects, and if you've been on the fence about starting to weld, grab a helmet, start small, and let's learn together, as this is something I want to keep getting better at. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!